I don't get this at night to him.
Now, we've got to explain. When Sean came out a moment ago, we had a marching band. That has been kind of an inside joke for a couple of years because of what happened in February of 2020. We are live in New Hampshire when this happened. Bishop Girton High School performing Superstition in front of the Bedford Village Inn here, which is our world headquarters.
Wake up, Sean Hannity.
Wait a minute. You guys, another marching band.
In his requirement to appear on our show today,
requirement.
He had to have a marching band. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Hannity, marching band.
I actually looked out my window 2 days in a row now. They're amazing. I go to bed 2 hours prior, and I'm like hearing, hello, good morning.
Who complains about a marching band?
The thing is, so we're in New Hampshire. I'm finished at 10 o'clock. So I don't go to bed till 2, 2:30, 3. They start practicing at 4. Right outside my window. It's like, good morning, Fox and Friends. And it literally, it was an earthquake in the entire hotel.
This is why all the anchors don't live together in one house, because we have different schedules. When we do, it gets a little disruptive.
Sean, they love you. They all said when they were signing up to come to the show that they really wanted to see you. So thank you. I know that you didn't get any sleep last night. I know that you're going to have your show. Tomorrow's Election Day. Big time for you.
Big time.
Thank you for coming in to say hey to your family.
Thank you, guys.
So the issues that matter most, and I think we discussed this on Saturday a little, it's overwhelming. Economy matters most to the overwhelming amount of the public, but Democrats don't seem to be addressing it.
They don't want to address. Listen, there's certain things they don't want to talk about. Record high inflation, 41-year high, record high gas prices. Don't you wish you had $2 a gallon gasoline again? Yeah. Right? Okay. Inflation, 41%. On average, that works out to about $7,200 annually per household in America. Right. It is killing the poor. It is killing the middle class. It is killing people on fixed income. Then you've got wide open borders. 4.5 million people. Anybody here happy with that? Illegally entering our country? We should have law and order. That's the next thing.
Sure.
Defund, dismantle, no bail laws are making every city dangerous in this country. And then they defend it. And then, they thought abortion was going to be their big issue until we found out, we can have an abortion up until the moment before birth. Yeah. That is out of touch with the American people. And lastly, parents, I would ask you, would you prefer CRT, gender identity, or reading, writing, math, science, history, and computers? Is it hard? That's what's on the ballot. And I will tell you this, and we discussed this on Saturday night. If you go back to 2016, Donald Trump won 3 swing states by a whopping 77,000 votes combined. Mm-hmm. In 2020, Joe Biden, Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin, 43,000 votes. If you look at New Hampshire, if you look at Georgia, if you look at North Carolina, if you look at Ohio, Nevada, and Arizona, between those states, it's probably going to be decided, the power in the Senate, by less than 100,000 votes. So for people, it's simple math here. Everybody's got to be on board. It's all hands on deck if you want to change the country.
Isn't that crazy to know that, though? When you look at look at Fetterman, look at his policies. He is so radical, yet he's neck and neck with Dr. Oz. That just shows you how divided our country is.
I've never seen a candidate that advocates for releasing more convicted murderers. Yes. Once at least a third of the prisons opened up.
Well, he's cornered that market.
He's cornered. By the way, this guy wears a Halloween costume every day of the year. He's never one time worked a real job in his life. We've all worked real jobs in our lives. And I call him a trust fund brat in a hoodie. It's a costume. He's never had a real job. Right. He's lived off mommy and daddy, got a home from his sister for $1. I wish I had that deal. But the sad part is then you look at his radicalism. Heroin injection sites, safe ones for the people of Pennsylvania, the taxpayers pay for it.
How about fracking?
Moratorium on fracking. No restrictions on abortion.
No doubt that's why so many people are motivated to vote. That's why the early voting numbers are through the roof. That's why our live studio audience has questions right over there on the wall side. Stephen, where's Stephen? Give a wave. All right. Stephen, what's your question for Sean Hannity?
Hey, Stephen.
Good morning, Mr. Hannity. Do you think in 2024 that Governor DeSantis is going to run against President Trump and will end their bromance?
Well, President Trump last night endorsed, I thought enthusiastically, Ron DeSantis. Listen, can we please get through 2022? We got an election tomorrow. I think that'll sort it out. I think at the end of the day, the American people will decide. I will say this. Donald Trump's policies worked. They worked phenomenally well. Our border was secure. We were energy independent. We were a net exporter of energy. Prior to COVID, we had record low after record low unemployment. The world respected this country. And I think that those policies work. If we implement those policies again, we'll be successful again.
Tom Cotton says he is out. Donald Trump sounds like he's ready to say he is in. Let's go to Chris in the second row. Chris.
Thank you, Sean. Thanks so much for coming today and for speaking with us and everything you've done for the past years you've been in media. So we lost Rush Limbaugh about a couple of years ago. Actually, he passed the same way my father passed, lung cancer. But what do you think is one thing that you've learned from Rush Limbaugh that's helped you in your career?
Boy, that's a great question. The one thing that Rush always did, he would read everything, and then he'd absorb it, and then he would break it down into the most understandable concepts so everybody got it. Like, we can read National Review and the Wall Street Journal and give you facts and figures, but how does it impact your life? And he had this connection with people. You can't replace the GOAT. You can't. He's the greatest of all time. And what I said at the time, and I'll repeat it now, is that we all have to step up and do that much more. And we've got to understand something here. One side is going to win on Tuesday, and one side is going to lose. I cannot tell you with any degree of certainty that Bolduc is going to win in New Hampshire, or that Herschel will win in Georgia, or that Oz will win in Pennsylvania, or that Johnson will win in Wisconsin, or that Masters in Arizona, Chewbacca in Alaska, Tiffany Smiling in Washington, or Laxalt in Nevada. It's going to be the people in those states that decide. However, the Democrats have screwed things up so bad, there's not one positive thing they can run on. And conservative ideas work. Maybe you didn't like Donald Trump's tweets, but I loved his economy. I loved record low gas prices. I love secure borders. I loved energy independence. I love the fact I think Vladimir Putin feared him. I think President Xi feared him. Right. And we were a much stronger country.
And I will say this, if you like Rush, there's a great book out there. Rush basically wrote, it was put together by Catherine Limbaugh and David. It's unbelievable. Great. So that'll be a great reminder.
You know, Brian's in radio now.
Right. Yeah. I'm way behind this guy, just learning in his wake.
No, he's doing great.
Thanks, Sean. It's awesome. Great to see you.
Sean,
watch tonight at 9 o'clock.
Thanks, guys.
Do we have to have the band play him out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's already awake. That was just to wake him up.
They all want pictures with you, so during the break, you'll have to take some pictures.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.